Hi, Nisha. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How can we help you today?
So I believe for last week, like the rebar, I was able to get like when I cut a section, but the overall, for the entire thing, I don't think I did it correctly. So I just wanted you to like guide me possibly.
Okay.
I'm just opening it up real quick. Because I was looking at everyone else's and their entire like floor slab was filled with the rebar.
Yeah.
And when I was going through like the videos, I don't believe I came across one that like went through all of it.
Okay. Yeah, we can certainly touch on it. I think you should be able to share your screen now.
Okay. But I don't think this is my structure one. So I made like this one. I try to make a 3D of it using like following the steps, but it just like doesn't look right at all.
So where can you show me in the main 3D model where we're looking at?
I believe that's like a corner over here.
Oh, like where your footing is?
Yeah, because so one of I think it's a section. I don't know what that is. But so I made like this section following the steps, and I believe this is correct.
Yeah, that looks right.
I'm just like confused how to do it like within the floor, entire foundation, basically, like this entire area. Like I don't know how this came to be. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
doing
like zoom in that area farther. So it looks like your horizontal rebar is good. Select your vertical rebar there. Just select one piece, yeah. And just change that to be, instead of it single at the top, change that to fixed or maximum spacing and make that like 16 inches. Yeah. And then go to the other piece of rebar there. I think it's
this one.
This one here, yeah. Oh, maybe yes. Maybe it is that one.
Okay.
That one. Is it this one here?
This one.
Rotate your view a little bit that way. Yeah, there you go. It looks like it's doubled right there.
Oh, okay.
So whatever, yeah, the one.
Oh, this one, yeah.
And do the same thing with that one.
This bottom one.
No, sorry, the one. Did you just delete that one?
I delete.
Yeah, that's the back rebar. So if you go bring that one back and then do the same thing, change the spacing so it's 16.
Oh, okay.
And that's basically, you have one piece of rebar on the front, one piece of rebar on the back, and then you have all the ones that are going horizontal.
Okay, and then I would have to do that with this wall as well.
Yeah.
So basically, like, for this detail, like, I would have to do this for each one of them, basically.
You don't have to do the detail, but you just have to cut a section and add that rebar. And sometimes it allow you to mirror that rebar on the corner.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's like a faster way to.
Yeah, I think if you go to a floor plan, like you found one of the lower level floor plans. So zoom in on this corner here. So keep zooming in a little more. So select this one and select that one.
This one and this
that
one.
and then this one, and then those ones. And then do a mirror on this corner.
This one?
Yeah.
I just click it once.
Click it once, and then move your mouse down to here. In the middle. So it shows a 45-degree angle. Yeah, and now click.
Oh, okay.
And then go back to your 3D for a second. Let's see. So zoom in over here. And then click one of the pieces of rebar. And then just grab that little thing and drag it all the way to the end here. So the only disadvantage of doing it this way is it might not see this opening. So it's not cutting the rebar around that opening.
Oh, okay.
So for this wall, you might want to pull it back so it's on this side of the opening. Or you might want to just do this wall from scratch, but then mirror it on all the other walls.
So I could just like pull this back and then.
Yeah. The only disadvantage of that is now you're not getting reinforcing above there, so you're gonna have to do that separately. So it might make sense just to do this whole wall separately. But you should be able to mirror some of the other walls.
Okay, so if I go back to my level 0.
If you go into this corner, you should be able to do the same thing around that.
I would just hit this one, and this one, or these.
Yeah, you can do technically all of them. You could do all. I think there should be 6 different ones. And then mirror it on that corner.
And then this would be
135 is the angle. Yeah. See, it usually does this, like, it usually puts a line there.
Oh, okay. Is that?
When you're at the 45.
What was that?
It usually puts a blue dashed line when it locks onto the 45. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, does that look right or?
Yeah. Except for I think you have some issues with your footings here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. You want to go to your 3D for a second there? What's going on? Are these footings at different heights? Yeah, so typically when you have a foundation wall, you'd want the bottoms to be at different heights, unless you have a step, but you don't ever want to step on a corner.
So there should, oh, okay. Should I just drag this out then?
No, you should make this wall taller. So you should make the wall go down to this level right here.
So,
if you
trying to just grab my wall. Okay, no.
If you move your mouse down to here, see how there's that line at the bottom there?
Oh,
this one here, yeah.
Yeah.
That line should be the wall.
So then I would like the base offset would be like.
Make that 0. And then click apply.
I think my footing Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. It looks like they're at the same level now.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that.
Near that footing on that, or do the trim and extend command. Maybe that doesn't work. What's this right here?
This? I
Oh,
think that's a floor slab. Should I just push that in?
yeah, the floor slab should be on the inside of the walls.
Okay. Let me go to. Yeah, that's.
And then grab this footing and drag it out to that point. There you go. Now they connect. And I think you have to do the same on this other corner over there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So I think check this wall. This wall might need to be lowered.
Oh, yeah. That's not. I don't know why that. Yeah. And then the floor slab needs to.
It looks like you're bringing that. You should bring the floor into the inside of the foundation wall. Not looks like it's probably in too far. So this looks like it's your foundation, inside of your foundation wall there.
So it should be like right.
Yeah, you might. What you might want to do is delete all those floor lines and use this tool right here. And what that will do is it'll snap all of the floor.
Okay.
You click Edit Boundary and select all the pink lines.
Should I just delete them?
Yeah, just delete all of them. You should be able to do like a mass selection there. That might be easier.
And then just hit.
The second one, yeah, this one here. And now click the walls. And so if you move the wall, now it'll move the floor.
And then just hit enter.
No, you have to go down here for a second.
Oh, two.
There's an extra line right here, so delete that. This one right here. Sorry. Delete that line. And then use the trim and extend command to clean up all the corners and make them connect. You have to do it on the other side. You have to do it on the inside of the corners. You want to have your mouse right here and right here.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now hit the check mark. No. Yeah, so now that's kind of, they're all connected to the walls. So the good thing about that is if you move the walls at any point, the floor will go with it.
It'll, okay, that makes more sense.
What's
Oh, so I think this is where that section 3D section was taken from.
okay, go back to that 3D section for a second. Let's see what's going on there.
So I was looking at one of the videos and I don't know exactly what I was doing, but this one, I think what he did was he took the column and there's rebar within that column.
Yeah. So go back to the typical 3D section. Or the typical pilaster, sorry. Go to reveal hidden elements here. Nothing's hidden there. What are you looking at? Okay, close that. Make this box a little bit bigger. And bring this one over this way. Sorry, the box. I don't really understand what we're looking at right now.
I don't either. That's why, like,
What's this down here?
oh, that's my other Revit model. So I just so could this be the column, please?
Rotate the view a little bit. What? I don't understand what's going on.
As
So it doesn't look like the pilaster is in the wall there. So okay, so go to your level 0 for a second, and then go down to your 3D views over here, and right-click on typical pilaster, and go to show section box. Okay, let's zoom in on that area there. It looks like it's in the right spot based on looking at this. Okay, let's go back to the typical pilaster 3D view. Click top. Okay, click the corner. Let's select the floor, the wall, and the footing for a second. And the floor. And go to override and graphics. A little paintbrush up here. Go to override by element. And then go to make transparency like 60%. Okay, X out of there. What's this bottom part here?
I think that was the footing.
Okay.
But then this should be the footing, right?
Let's change this footing size. Actually, select this box for a second and make this go down a little bit more. Yeah, there. Okay, so that looks a little better. So that's the okay. So let's click the back here first.
What is it? Oh,
Click back. Okay, so let's. So typically, you would have this pier foundation at the same level as your strip footing.
mm-hmm.
So let's click this gray box here. Concrete pier. So let's go 0, top level -1.6. So let's make top level like 5 feet or let's make it, actually, let's just go top level as level 1. And then the offset is 0. Click OK. Why? Click this gray element again. Let's do that again. top level is level 1, and then make the offset to 0. Click OK. Now go back to your 3D for a second.
Like,
sorry, you're on 3D. Click the corner.
Yeah, okay.
So that looks like a little bit more. Yeah, so extend that box just so you see the strip footing. Yeah, something like that. And do the same on the other side. Let's bring the other side out so you just see the strip footing. A little bit more maybe. Yeah, like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Is this the pilot? Zoom in there for a second.
Because that's where my column is, I believe.
Yeah, okay, so let's go into level 0 for a second. And I'm
So
gonna
basically, this rebar is specifically for columns to support them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's go into level 0 for a second. And one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna select that 12 by 12 column in there. Yeah. And let's make that a 12 by, or like a, see what the sizes are. Click that. Let's see what the sizes are there. Let's do a 24 by 24. That's probably more realistic to what it'd be. And then let's grab this and we'll move it to the inside. Or we'll grab it to the outside of the wall here. So just move it to a line there. To right here. Yeah. So basically what that's doing is your pilaster is largely on the interior of the wall, which is probably more accurate to it. And then the other thing we're doing is we're kind of accentuating the size of the pilaster, which you have actually another one here. Let's delete that one for a second.
The smaller one. This one?
Delete the bigger one for a second. Then grab the smaller one and do the same thing with that. I don't know why there's 2 there.
Just make it 20.
Yeah, and then bring it to the inside of the wall. Or to the, sorry, to the flush with the outside of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to your typical 3D pilaster. Okay, let's drag the section box up a little bit just so we see a little bit more of that pilaster. Yeah, okay. So let's now grab that pilaster and let's make that 60% transparent as well. So let's go up to override, paintbrush. Okay, and let's put the rebar back in there.
Oh, okay. Should I go to the floor color? Is this dashed line here showing like something above or?
Good question. I don't know what that's showing. Click the footing for a second. Hit delete for a second on that. Click that footing again. And hit delete.
It's not okay. Delete.
It's outside one here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you? Oh, hit cancel for a second. Oh, that's your link that's showing that.
Okay, I can just hide it then.
Still have structural elements in your link.
See, that's where I was like, this is my structure drawing, and I didn't link the wall, like the foundation walls from my Revit model.
Yeah, so your foundation walls and any structural columns will be in your structural model, anything that's non-structural will be in your architectural model. So basically your architectural model is only going to show the walls from the first floor up. But when you link your structural model back in, it'll show the lower part.
So do you think now I should link like all the foundation walls back in here? Because that's where I was having trouble, because I linked all the structure, but then I didn't link specifically like just the foundation walls.
Yeah, the foundation wall should be in your structural model, not in your architectural model.
So is there a way I can copy the walls that because I tried to recreate the walls here.
Yeah, you can, you have to unlink the files, and you can select all the walls in the architectural model and click the copy button here. And then once you click the copy button, you go into your structural model and you can click paste, and it'll give you a drop down, paste to current view, or paste to selected levels and paste them at the level 0.
I believe I tried. Let me try that again. So let me just.
You have to open up both Revit files at the same time.
Oh, okay, like not in the same one. Okay, so let me just delete Excel. I have to first unlink it, correct?
Or if you click manage or link insert, and you go to
insert,
go to manage links, and then click that and go to unload.
Unload, okay.
Ignore and continue opening the project.
So like, here, let me go. Like these walls, I would have to like copy and paste them. Right?
Yeah, so just click that wall for example there. And let's go up here and click the copy button. Yep. And let's go into the structural model now. And let's go to modify tab at the top. Modify.
Oh, sorry.
And then click the paste button and paste to selected levels. And then level 0, and then click OK. And then click OK. Yeah, so you can see that wall there now.
Okay, so I can just delete. Is my other wall not showing up, or?
I'm not sure. Delete the wall first.
I think it wasn't like.
Is you should edit the boundary of the wall, not the profile. So you should move this dot in instead of editing it with this profile button, because now the building thinks your wall is way out there. And you might need to go to reset profile.
Okay, so let me delete these ones. So this one with the rebar, Because if I delete this wall, would it delete then the rebar as well?
Yes.
Okay, so then I would just have to redo it.
Yeah.
Oh, then it would delete everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
probably best just to delete all those walls, copy them in from the architectural, delete the walls in the architectural, and then kind of start over with that. And then just be conscious of the height of all of the elements. Like, you typically want your footings to be on the underside of the slab. So your footing should be 6 inches below, which means your walls and your columns or your pilasters should be 6 inches below. And then those big concrete pilasters, you typically want them to be bigger than the wall. And then you probably want them to be on the inside of the wall because you're often building to footprints for large buildings. So you want them to be on the inside of that wall. That makes sense. And it
yeah,
also
okay.
easier for like waterproofing and stuff like that as well. But that's kind of the general idea.
And then you said copy and then you know what just happened?
No. Click reveal hidden elements here. The one to the right. Click ZA on your keyboard. Yeah, I don't know. Not quite sure what's going on there.
Then also should I link, because this is I made it in this model, just but then I should link the scaffold that I have in my other one, right?
Yeah, anything that's structural, you want to be in the structural model, and anything that's like more design, you want to be in the architectural model. So yeah, I would delete it from the architectural model and just use the stuff that's in the structural model for those.
So let me just try, let me do it one at a time maybe.
Oh, it looks like, is it zoom in there further? Yeah, it looks like that wall. No, that's the floor. Click, what's this line?
This one?
Oh, it's a foundation edge. I don't know what it's doing with those walls.
Because I think that's why I remade it in this one, because before that's what.
So go click in this white space here. Scroll down here to actually change the discipline to architectural for a second. Yeah, so there's your walls.
Oh,
So if you click those walls, click edit type here. You're selected as foundation. I don't know why. Wrap it and scroll down here. Okay, click OK. Let's change it. Click the white space. let's change this to let's change this to coordination. And maybe what we do is we just we right click on this category of walls, and we go to override categories in view, and we go category, and we make that like 100% transparent. And click OK. Yeah, so now the walls are still there, they're just transparent. That might be a better way to handle it.
Okay, and then I would do the same thing with the shaft walls.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make this shaft walls later because I believe it's this whole thing.
Okay.
And then for the rebar, so would I have to like redo all the steps again?
Yeah.
Um,
The rebar is actually really quick. Like once you understand what you need to do, it's pretty quick because you want a hook coming from the footing up, and then you just tell it the spacing. You click on the next wall. You can actually place the same hook, and then you want the vertical rebar going across. It probably should only take like 10-15 minutes after you do the first one, right? Because you're just copying all the same steps.
so like this one where I took this section, now like everything disappeared because of the wall. We deleted everything. So would I have a footing like down here?
Yeah. So is there a wall on that grid line now? Go to level 0.
I think it's this one. Oh, there's no wall.
Yeah.
So let me just.
Move that, rotate that section. Click this rotation button here. Oh, sorry, actually, no, sorry, that's wrong. I was thinking that was a rotate for some reason. Click the rotate up here and then rotate it 90 degrees. And
Should I put it like right here?
I'd move it right here, because there is a wall there. Now go to that section.
And this wall should move in more, right?
Looks like there's, change the discipline to, I'm thinking that there's something going on with your walls. They're not seeing the structural walls, which is why they're not showing in the structural coordination. So go to typical detail, change scroll down in there and change the discipline to coordination.
So I just want to understand it. So like coordination means like everything involved.
Yeah. But there actually is a problem with your walls though. So your walls are not drawn as structural walls for some reason. So typically for the foundation walls, you want to draw them under structure. You click structure up there. And you'd want to do walls, click the wall button there. I just click the top part. Actually, it won't let you draw walls in a section. You have to draw it in a floor plan. But 12-inch concrete. I don't know why they're not showing.
I believe I did do that. Well, maybe.
At the very least, though, you can change the discipline to coordination, and
Okay.
Coordination will show you everything. So that's kind of a quick way to solve that.
And would I have to move this beam a little bit to the left?
You wouldn't really have that beam in the floor because the walls are carrying the load.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then I would just follow the same steps as the video.
Yeah, so you probably have to redo your floor so it's attaching onto those walls. Since we
Yeah, I would have to go to the, I forgot how to do it. Or, from what I remember, I go to, and then slab edge,
yeah.
and then I would hit this and this.
Yeah, you click the floor.
Oh, I click the floor first.
Yeah, I think you go to a 3D view here, or whatever 3D view is the right view. Yeah, zoom in on that floor, and then click slab edge. And you want to click the bottom line of the floor.
This one?
This one right here. This line right here. Yeah. There you go. Now go back to your section. Oh, do you have your? I think your floor is. Go back to your 3D view for a second and zoom out. Is your floor? Yeah, your floor is broken into multiple pieces, so you have to do this one as well, and then this one.
What is that?
You have like a line, and then you have another line, and then you have another line. So that's why it's not continuous.
So should I just like copy this floor?
If you go to floor, yeah, you have to do the slab edge for this segment and then this segment. It looks like when you were drawing your floor, there wasn't one line per side, there was multiple lines. So you just want to do slab edge on this front part now.
Okay, and I should delete these two. That's level.
If you do your slab edge.
Should I just delete it and then?
You can if you want. Yeah, I don't know, it's completely up to you. Like typically you want that floor to be to the boundaries of the walls below.
I don't think this floor I have the walls in there.
Yeah, go to level 0.
Should I just copy this floor up?
Yeah, you could. That floor up there is not really right yet either because you haven't copied all the walls in, right? So maybe go back to your architectural and let's copy all the walls for the foundation over. For the basement.
You said copy that?
Yeah, copy that wall, and then I think you're missing this wall. That's up there.
I copied all of them already.
Go to level 0 for a second.
I think I'm missing this one.
Go change the discipline to coordination. Yeah, so you're missing this wall, it looks like.
Oh. That would be this one.
And click on this wall for a second. Why is this wall not going all the way up?
Oh, I think the Be to level 1.
Okay. Okay, so let's, is there basement under this part or no? In the front here.
So that is, it's just like, there's a garage opening.
Like right here to here.
It just like dips down, like I think the landscape itself dips down.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's go back to the structural and let's go to level 0.
0.
And let's select this floor. And go to edit boundary. And then delete all those lines. So just select all of them. Or you can click on, so click on one of those lines and hit tab on your keyboard.
Oh, okay.
And then click delete. If you click one and hit tab, or hover over it and click tab. There you go. Now, yeah, no, hover over it and hit tab. And now click. It should be able to now click. Yep.
Okay.
And now you can delete, and it'll delete them all at the same time. Yeah.
And
now, yeah, use that. Select all the walls. Move this. Yeah. I'll let you finish that part first. So before we hit the check mark, click this line here and click this little thing in the middle. And that just moves that line to the inside of the wall.
Oh, okay.
And then at some point, I think it'll be good to clean up these corners, but you can click the check mark right now. Just looks like the footings aren't connecting on those corners.
Would you like to join?
Click now.
Okay, just these ones. And I don't know why this has the concrete hatching and is a different wall. Oh yeah, so I would have to change this.
And then click on that floor and copy, click this copy button and copy and paste it up to level 1. And it looks like you have to extend that floor. So if you click edit boundary and extend it out so it goes out to the edge here. And for some reason, it looks like, I don't know if that's something wrong with your foundation wall, but it's not on the outside of that grid. So go to level 0. Yeah, it looks like your foundation walls, and if you see how this foundation wall is on the outside of the grid, this one's on the inside of the grid. So we should probably move that one so it's on the inside of the grid.
Like that.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
And then we probably have to edit the floor on the second floor. Or the first floor, sorry. Yeah, click edit boundary and then go to level 0.
Oh, okay.
Let's move those lines to the outside of the wall.
Right there.
Yep, and do it for every wall. Because the top floor kind of extends on top of the walls, right? Whereas the basement floor is on the interior of the walls.
Oh, okay. So like usually I'm just like wanting to clarify. So on the foundation, usually the floor slab is inside, and then when it levels or above, it goes on top, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of all based on the project, but based on looking at your project, it looks like it's that way. Let's delete this line for a second. And then let's click this line and mirror it on that grid line.
What was that again?
Click this line right here
Mm-hmm.
and use the mirror tool, the right one, and then mirror it on the corner of that grid line. Click the corner of the grid, sorry. Hit exit on your keyboard. And click in the mirror and use the corner of the grid right here. Yep. And mirror it on a 45. Yep. And now join those lines. And then click the check mark. And then now let's go back to your section here.
All right, this is
typical detail. Yeah, so now that's all good there. So let's do your slab edge now.
so. Does this part look off? Do I have to like move all of them?
Yeah, so this footing should be at the bottom, and then all your pilasters should be in 24 inches like that. So make all your pilasters in the basement. Like select all the 12 by 12s and make them all 12 by 24 and move them on the interior. And part of the purpose of doing that is just so you can actually tell that they're pilasters and they just don't hide into the wall. And
Okay, I think that's where I was getting confused. And so I can just. So you're saying all of this, I should make it.
Well, do you have columns? Like, where's your go hide that for a second? Do you have any columns coming down from the floor above right there, or no?
I think they're. So that's what I was getting confused. In my building, they don't really have anything for the foundation level. They just have it from level 1 up.
So you would only have these columns in the interior and on the exterior where you have a column coming down from the top.
Oh, okay. So that.
So go to level 2, for example. So let's select all the columns you see here. And let's copy all of those to level 0. And I selected levels, yeah. And let's go back to level 0. So yeah, so that's where you should have pilasters, only in those spots. So let's select this right here. And let's change that to 24 by 24 concrete square. So delete that concrete square there. And then delete all the other ones on the interior.
So like all these.
Yeah. And then delete all these big pad footings.
Should I keep them under?
Yeah, you can keep them under those ones, but let's delete them all first.
Okay.
And so now let's go to structure and go to foundation columns, or isolated, sorry. And let's go to place at column.
Okay.
And now we'll select all those 24 by 24 ones. You might have to hold the control button on your keyboard.
Did it just delete all?
And then click the finish button. And let's go back to a 3D view for a second. So let's select all of those concrete columns.
These ones?
Why is there 2 there? Let's delete all the ones that are below the ground. Delete that one, yeah. And another one, yeah. And then I think you're missing 1 footing now. I think you're missing 1 over here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, this one.
Yeah. So do isolated at column. You can do it from,
What was
from the 3D view. Go to structure.
Oh, could I just do it from here?
Yeah, you can do it from there too. You have to go to structure, isolated, at column. So the thing, when you do them at column like that, they're automatically linked to the column. So if the column moves, the footing will come with it.
Okay, yeah, I think before I was just trying to put it in the center.
Yeah. So then let's grab right click on one of those 24 by 24s and select all instances in the view. And let's change that so the top offset is level 1 and make it -6 inches, or yeah, -6 inches. So that way it kind of stops below the floor, right?
Yeah, okay. And do you know what that is? Oh, that's the...
And what's going on with these columns? Why is there a break there?
So there's like different levels. Like if I'll show you on this one. Over here, there's like a stair. So I just made that level.
Okay, so let's delete let's make all the columns go from level 1 to level 2 on the first floor. So we'll delete all those short pieces there.
Okay, this is on level 1. Okay. So I'll just delete all these.
I don't know if I do that. Go back to 3D for a second. Delete them, but go back to 3D.
Oh, should I delete?
I'll show you what's going on.
Should I delete it?
Yeah, delete them and then go back to the 3D. Oh, okay, that worked. Never mind. Okay, so grab all those. And click filter. And uncheck analytical columns. Click OK. And let's change this all to level 1 and make that -6 inches on your base offset. So that way, what they'll often do is I don't know, there's a number of different ways that it can be done, but sometimes they'll either pour those steel columns in the floor, sometimes they'll sit on top of the floor. I guess we could leave that as 0. Maybe let's leave that as 0. Okay, and let's go back to your typical foundation detail. Okay, let's go to level 1. Let's go to level 0 again. And let's move this section, this one right here, so that it's in the middle of E. Yeah. And And then, yeah, go back to that section. So now you have a lot going on here, which is kind of cool. So now you see that column coming down, and then where it comes down on top of the pilaster. Yeah.
So
And then
this
let's,
like this right here, is that like,
what is this floor above? Click the floor for a second. That should be 0.
0? Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
And then let's go back to 3D for a second. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it hasn't come yet. Let's go to foundation walls. And let's add a foundation wall underneath that wall there. Maybe there is one there. It kind of look like, zoom in there for a second. Select all instances of this footing. And let's make this bigger.
84.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so then we can really see them. So let's go back to your typical foundation detail. Yeah, so now you can kind of tell that that's going on there.
Do you know why there's a cap right there?
The what? What's?
I don't know why. There seems to be like a gap. Yeah. Is it because, oh, it's offset 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then now you just need to add reinforcing to it. So, yeah.
And then for,
What's this shaded thing?
I think that's the beam, the WI beam.
Okay, so that should be underneath the floor, and that should also be underneath the joist, right? So you're gonna have to figure that out, but it's got to be, because your shoe, if you go back to a 3D view for a second,
Oh, sorry.
actually go to your level 1 structural plan, and let's cut a section right here. And let's look the other direction. Click this little flip button. Yeah, go to that section now. Okay, so let's zoom in right here. So if you clicked one of the joists for a second, and I kind of went over this in one of the videos. So see how on the end of this joist, like zoom really far in there. So see how that shoe, so this needs to be at the bottom of the slab. And then your steel beam needs to be underneath the shoe.
Okay, so if I just measure like 6 inches, so I would offset.
Yeah, are those in a beam system? So if those are in a beam system, select the beam system. Might be easier to do that from a 3D view. So zoom in on the middle there. Yeah, so select, see how there's that dotted line that zooms around? So move your mouse somewhere like right there.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yep, and change that to be -6.
Oh, okay.
Now go back to that section. Section 2. So now you want your beam to be from here, like down that much.
So I should choose a smaller beam, you're saying?
No, you need to lower it.
Okay, so I just.
You have to measure the distance from this to here. Turn off the line weights up there.
Oh, so like from here to
No,
here.
lower to this part.
Oh, okay.
That's called a shoe.
Shoe, okay. Like 8.5 inches.
Yeah, so that steel beam should be 8.5 lower now. And you'll have to make sure you do that on every floor.
Did you?
Just do that again, yep. And then select the beam system again. So go back to the 3D. What you might have to do is select that beam system. Yep. No. Move your mouse like right over here. Right here. Yeah, just move it around in that area until you select your beam system. Yep, click there, click on your beam system. And go to Edit Work Plane. And pick a plane. Actually, or click Name and see if you can select level 1. Yeah, click OK. That should fix that. Maybe not. Oh, what? Okay, so let's select that beam system again. And click the cut button up here with the scissors. And go to paste to selected levels and paste to level 1. There you go. Because basically what was happening there is it was actually linked to the top of that beam. So that's why it was doing that. So sometimes it's just easy to do that. So you'll have to lower the ones on each side and you'll have to lower the beams, but that's kind of the general idea. And then you want to do that for all your floors above. So.
Does this look angled to you?
Yeah, it's angled. So you have to do the same thing with that one as well.
So I just want to repeat myself. So I would have to edit work plane or
that one you should just do the cut and paste the selected level. But you want to click the beam system, not the joist. So you want to go back to your 3D.
And then you said
Cut with the scissors.
Cut.
Yep. Paste the selected level. 1. And then just change this elevation to -6 inches.
Okay. I think these are still tilted.
Only the last one's tilted because it looks like it's not part of the beam system. So delete that one.
Just delete it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with your beam system because it seems like you might want to redo your beam systems. So it seems like there's a lot of pieces that are missing.
Pieces? Or?
Yeah, like the joists, there's a lot of joists that are missing. You have lines there, but there's no joists on them.
I think I think I deleted some of them because there might have been like a staircase, like this area right here, there was a staircase. And
yeah, so if around the staircase, you're just gonna want to edit, you're gonna want to add a hole. Like if you click the beam system, you can edit profile and you want to add an opening in the profile for the stairs.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you think I should just like redo everything?
Yeah, there's a bunch of organizational things. I think we've organized the bottom floor really well, but there's going to be a bunch of organizational things that you're going to want to do for the upper stories. So it might be wise to just start with first floor, get everything working on that really well, get your shear walls around your staircases and elevator in there. Yeah, and start with that. And then, like, for example, this wall that you have angled up here,
Mm-hmm.
that's likely a step, not an angle like that.
That's for the cars to go down.
Yeah, so the foundation wall is probably straight. Just the floor is probably sloped.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I should just make the wall
Yeah.
strict.
And then you can slope a floor so the floor slopes on the inside.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So I should extend the floor slab out more that way.
Yeah, and then if you click the floor slab you have right here. It's over here more. See how you modify sub-elements? Click that button there. And then you can grab this line. And I'm just going to show you this as an example, but click that line and do -5, enter. And so that's how you lower the floor slab. So hit undo. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lower a floor slab from this level down to this level. And then your walls will likely be straight.
Okay, so should I extend this floor slab to here and then make another wall that goes like that, or?
Another floor slab, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just extend this to like.
You have to edit sketch.
And then make another one, and then.
Yeah, and I think this wall, I don't know if that wall would be there either. So if that's like the entrance, there's probably not that wall there, right?
This one?
This one right here. Yeah, that one, yeah.
So that's where it like I think the cutout. Oh, it would be like more to the right, like over here.
Well, if this is the entrance to the parking garage, there's probably the wall is probably right here, and then there's no wall going down in there.
Because here, this is like how it is, and
yeah, so the wall is right on the edge out here.
Yeah. Okay, so that'd be on the other level. Okay.
And then you'd slope your floor kind of going down to there.
Okay, that sounds good. So I'll just fix my beam system, and then I was wondering, could I like meet up with you to update and like make sure everything's all right on Friday, any chance?
I don't know if I'll be able to meet before next week. I have meetings Friday, and I'm not going to be on my computer kind of all weekend. But yeah, I might be able to do tomorrow if you can get all it done by tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. What time is it possible if you could meet later in the day?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Excellent.
Because I want to get because I know, like when I was doing it, I knew everything was off a bit.
Yeah, just think about like how like the sequence of things, like, so there's an order of operations in terms of construction. So, like, you'd put in the beams, then you'd put on the joists on top, and then the floor, right? So, everything is kind of spaced at different levels because of that. And then, like, you don't want your footings to be showing through the floor, so you want your footings below, which I think we fixed a lot of the stuff on the bottom. So now you just have to kind of translate some of those principles up to the top.
Okay.
So, and I would link in your architectural so you can see kind of what's going on with the architectural.
So for all the like all these walls now, should I just delete them?
Yeah, I would link in your structural first, and then make sure your structural has all those walls, and then delete them after you've finished updating your structural.
Okay. So And for the shaft wall, basically like this side is just glass, so I would just leave it, right?
Yeah,
It would just be 3 walls, or I think, yeah, 3 walls. Okay. Well, thank you so much for helping out.
Excellent. No problem.
And do you know what time you would be available tomorrow?
Somewhere around the same time as now, I would probably be available.
Okay, that sounds good. So do you want to do around 4 or 4 or 5?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, thank you so much.
Excellent. Thanks, Nisha. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.